fine. That should be better. I wonder if I can show the actual Bilat. Do you think so? The actual Trump bar. Here we are. Welcome. Today we're betting on Trump and Netanyahu are having a bilateral. I woke up about 5 minutes ago. And we're betting on October 7th. Daily morning routine. You wake up, you bet on October 7th. $200 to make 300. We could do it right there. But no, seriously, Trump and Netanyahu, we're waiting currently. Right now, of course, Trump is jacking off to young boys, and Netanyahu's probably doing his, controlling Hollywood. So it's a joke. They're all jokes. But we have a bunch of words that we can bet on what Trump to say. Honestly, some of these locks, though, hottest, of course. We're in the hottest country. Do we do hottest? I'm gonna just do one hottest. You're going wild in the chat, brother. What's the vibes on this conference, man? Is it gonna be? Let's like Trump, okay? I know Trump talking about specifically like Israel. Of course, he's pro-Israel, and of course, it's like the reason Hamas is October 7th so high is because he's probably gonna mention it. I wonder if he's gonna mention any of the other wars he's stopped. Because every time he talks about like stopping a war, this would be his 8th or something. So TikTok is like TikTok's there because they had the TikTok deal with China this week. It's a bit old news though, so some of these strikes like Portland, ICE, Chicago are like strikes from their last conference or whatever, where he was more likely to talk about the National Guard, and they're kind of just like repeating strikes. So things like TikTok, Comey, Portland, ICE, Chicago, these are like things that aren't relevant anymore, things he wouldn't talk about. Like there's no reason for him to talk about sending the National Guard to Portland in a bilat to no, I can't send you money, brother. These are like this would have been relevant 3 weeks ago. But like a bilat with Netanyahu, I could do no Portland, make some money, because when's he gonna mention Portland when they're gonna be talking about Gaza the entire time? He's not gonna mention Chicago. He's not gonna mention ICE. He's not gonna mention Portland. He might mention Comey. He's not gonna mention TikTok. I mean, maybe not. But the strongest I see out of these is Portland. So we'll live trade it, bro. Fuck it. We'll do 68. That seems EV to me. We'll put $20 to win 30 on not him saying Portland. That's pretty simple. You think he's gonna? Let's do the Netanyahu parlay. All right, Iron Dome. We need him to say Iron Dome. $10 to make 21. We'll go hottest because truly, I think he's gonna say hottest. We're gonna go Palestine, of course. Not too much though, because it's not very good odds, respectfully. We can do Palestine, Ukraine. No Democrat is also fucking low-key a lock, but really, you think he's most likely to say Democrat as much as Biden, bro? you want to see how reliable Biden Y is? This is how reliable Biden Y is, bro. Drop 23 bucks to make 30, bro. He's gonna say Biden. This motherfucker loves Biden, bro. He loves his dick so much. Look at that look at that Loxy aura. Instantly 96. Look at, yeah. I move markets. Yeah, yeah. Do some Ukraine. We'll sprinkle some Ukraine in there, right? Sprinkle, you gotta do it for the starving baddies out there. Let's do... Come on, man. A couple October 7th. Sprinkle a couple October 7th there. Sprinkle a little bit of Hamas. $1.97 to make 2. Easy lock. Oh, what's up? What's up, Akka? I did, I made like 30 bucks on the market. I mainly made money on Wild, and I lost on Mahomes. But, I mean, we made money on Wild. I was really freaking out over the whole transcript thing last night. Because I bought a bunch at yes. And then I realized in the NFL transcript it said Q said it. But it turned out it didn't matter, I guess. My shit is up. So, I wonder if he said Mahomes. I bet he didn't, though. Loxy Lions, let's log in. Let's go. Anyone know when the Bilat's gonna happen? I'm guessing like 2. I'm guessing 2 and maybe for an hour. But y'all can go. Y'all can go if it's gonna be that long, bro. So we've got Hamas on October 7th. Trump loves those videos, man. We've got a Biden, which is basically a government bond at a 24% return. Interesting how you can print money like that. I don't know why the Fed uses this to print their money. Why do they use their entire system when they could bet on Biden? Why? Is Trump stupid? He could just cure the national debt if he just bet on himself and then just said all the words, and then he could clear the national debt. Why has he done that yet? Not my president. Hezbollah? Oh, Hezbollah. If it was Hezbollah, that would show him unlocked. Alright, he's not gonna mention TikTok. Let's be honest. He's not gonna mention TikTok. We'll sprinkle a little bit on there. Just 15 contracts. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. We got Iron Dome, hottest, Palestine, Ukraine, Biden. I believe I believe I'll be able to just show it. I'm gonna be honest. Like the Associated Press. Let's see, is PMT showing it? Like.
Even after a while.
They're just showing like the market.
Into the fourth quarter.
You think I can get a copyright strike? I should just show this. Like, I think it's better that way, but. Yeah, Biden's an absolute lock, bro. Biden seems high. You don't know Trump, brother. Yes, at 92 it's high, but it's not really at 92. The liquidity spread's at 60 cents. You could get some fills at 60 cents if you want and make a 40% return. Just for like slinging dick around. That's what I do. I wish there was other strikes for the other countries that he stopped the wars in, because let's be honest, like what was it, Kenya and other ones, those are locks. But let's do we'll do Golden Dome as well, you know. We'll cover our bases, Iron Dome and Golden Dome. Phew. What'd you get fills at? Let me see. Phil's at 7 cents. Biden now. Well, you're my counterparty, brother. I'm on a Biden yes train. And you might want to cash out of those. This guy loves Biden. This guy has white dreams about Joe Biden, bro. So, fade at your own risk. But I've got 30 contracts of him to say yes. I don't know. I've really just spawned into this. No research whatsoever, but. Biden was seen in public. Was it by the correct source agency? I wonder if I just. Oh, that's alright. Boom, 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 da. I know Biden was seen in public, but it wasn't by the correct source agency, so it didn't count. But you also got I think that's pretty good. How much money is that? That's currently yeah, you never did say Mahomes. That's currently right now $100 to win 165 totally. Not all this is gonna hit though, unless Trump goes on like a anti-Semite rant. If Trump goes on an anti-Semite rant and mentions the Iron Dome and the Golden Dome, then I make like $20. But out of these, yo, hottest is a lock, bro. We might do some more hottest, bro. It's getting kind of low. Like, if I can get filled at like 40 cents here, 40 cents on hottest, that's a W. It's staying up though. That's actually a W. The stream is staying up, maybe for the first time. I wonder if there's any like some of these strikes are not that great though. Yeah, there's just a good chance that he says Biden, man. He always gets away with the Biden. He has to shit on the last person, even though he's basically like has stage 5 dementia. Even in like a conference like this. Yeah, this shit's been live for 3 hours, bro. It's crazy. I wish they just didn't have you wait so long, bro. And that's me like not waiting at all. We've got Hamas, yes. October 7th, yes. Biden, yes. Ukraine, yes. Palestine, yes. Iron Dome, yes. Golden Dome, yes. This is the Netanyahu parlay, bro. This parlay is sponsored by Israel. This shit hits. I'm making that video. This parlay is sponsored by Israel. and then Iron Dome hits. I'll check the Biden market. $66 saying. Yep. I've seen reports of people saying, you know, contact your news association. Contact ABC. Contact the news in the source agency to show them that Biden was seen in public, just to get their bet to hit. Are you contacting ABC? Be honest. We can fit a little Chicago here too, because honestly, if any dumbass reporter, bro, any dumbass reporter asks him a question about the National Guard when he's got Netanyahu next to him, if they do that, I'll just beat up the reporter anyways. It's a dumbass question. Why would you ask about the National Guard when this is like geopolitical relations? It's quite fucking stupid. Never fit auto pen though. You never know. Auto pen comes in clutch. When you're down and out, auto pen can come in clutch. Local ABC station reported on it. I don't need to contact them. Then you should log it to 99, brother. If a local source agency comes out and fulfills the rules, log it to 99, make some money, bro. I personally would not fly to Pennsylvania just to take a picture of Joe Biden just so my bet could hit. But that is something I did think about. I did think about that possibility. But that would be too much work, I would think, for maybe $50. It'd be fun though. It'd be fun to meet Joe Biden before he goes away completely. Probably a couple more minutes. I don't even think we have a proper source on the 6 ABC segment. It's just some random guy's Facebook. We'll see. We can see the actual post. I can give my expert financial college degree opinion on it. I have a college degree and it's in finance. Yes. But ABC is listed as a source agency though for the Biden market. Surely. ABC 6 though, these like local like red hick I'm not Aaron Jeremy Kimmel. Yeah, I don't know if those count for the source agency. These poor Kalshi folks have to deal with this shit all the time. Yeah, ABC's there. ABC's there. But like personally not like ABC 6. I don't know how this is gonna work. Let's see what this is. He says, I'm happy to be here in his speech, therefore being in his own source, that he is in fact at the event. Is Joe Biden a primary source anymore? Or is he stage 3 dementia where you can't take his word? What's the contract say? If it's past stage 2, it's cooked. Stage 3 is no longer a source agency. Stage 5 is not even a reliable Twitter source. Kurtz is not the biggest fan of this country. Well, I'm the biggest fan of Israel tonight. I've got a lot of money on this market, maybe $100. Well prepared for this. $121 to win 190. One of my biggest bets currently right now is yes Biden, yes Iron Dome, yes Golden Dome, and yes hottest. And yes, Biden. I've said but yes, Biden's actually my biggest position. Person or their official representatives. Well, technically, isn't Kamala his official representative? That's what they made it seem like. That's what they made it seem like in October. I would give it to you. He's been seen like a couple times. But this whole source agency shit is pretty bullshit on the Joe Biden thing. Now this one's interesting, right? Will it be reported that Joe Biden used Ambien before the presidential debate? That's a lock, baby. Easy lock. Person has been widely understood to be considered his official accounts. Then you should mog it, brother. I've got no money in that market, then you should mog it. It's at 66. There's dollars on sale if you believe that Joe Biden is his official representative. His own official representative. For y'all, I'll buy some yes. At 6'7". At 6'7", you can't turn that down. You can't turn that down, bro. Joe Biden, 6'7". There you go. 20 contracts at 6'7". We're gonna hope Joe Biden makes a public appearance. If not, I'm flying to Pennsylvania and knocking on his door with the JBL speaker until he comes outside. You've got 1K on public Biden. This will be my biggest win since Memdani, Uganda. So you're the Ugandan, huh? China's head, you're the one who faded Uganda, huh? You were the one collecting those order book limit orders, huh? That one, okay. This is my opinion, right? But that should have gone to no. That Uganda Mamdani should have gone to no. He said it in like in a different language. The rule book says if you say something in a different language, it shouldn't count, and that was obviously in Ugandan. But I didn't bet on it, so I didn't have actually a position. That's just my opinion. It did go to N. Wait, what were people mad about then? That he said it and it should have gone to Y. It should have gone to N. He said it in a different language, and in the rules it says if you say something in a different language, it's not an English word. Like, it's even written with an N in front of it. It's like Ugandan. Yeah, we need this conference to happen, man. These fucking guys all just jack off each other before. Like, you have to be, or you think he's playing Clash right now? You think Trump's playing Clash? Like, why would you say a meeting's at 1 o'clock, 1:15? Of course. Of course he's crowning everyone. He's got like an ICE account with a million trophies. Yeah, I think he has max Evo bombers, Trump. He has maxed out. You better be 50-50 by tomorrow. So you bet I'm losing money by tomorrow. You bet I just have made a negative EV bet by betting on Biden. Yeah. Whenever in doubt, go with the market, right? Azul, if you mog the market all the way to yes, and you just keep spending money on yes, keep it up to 99 by the end of the month, everyone will win. You'll guarantee to win because they won't go against the market. So if you have enough money, you can technically get anything resolved. Terrorists? No. Why? I wonder why no terrorists. I'm more a Sparky guy myself, man. Sparky. Joe Biden one's fun though. Oh. I think it's still going on. You might think so. There you go. Yeah, I accidentally closed out of it, but it's fun. Again, I got yes Biden, no Chicago, yes Golden Dome, yes Hamas, yes hottest. Really, out of these, yes hottest, yes Biden's the ones and no Portland. There is no reason why Portland is so high. If some fucking dumbass reporter asks them a question about the National Guard, it is what it is. That's the NBC. Whatever they call it, but they shouldn't be asking him shit like that, man. They should not be asking him questions about the National Guard. Because making sure they weren't giving him an intro. Respectfully, why would you even talk about Portland, man? By the way, if he says October 7th, you lose October 7th. Azul, you should know better, though. You should know that Trump talks about October 7th and the way he says October 7th, man. He's seen the videos. Trump's seen the videos. Right? There's a chance he says October 7th. But who says that? No one says that. October 7th. I think that's just semantics. That's not really gonna happen. I promise you, Trump's not forgot. Trump's seen the videos of babies, so he's gonna be in a glazing mood, I believe, for Netanyahu, man. I should put on this screen the words I have, but like this. Yes. Oh, because it's copied. Here. Yeah, man, Trump's not forgot, man. Why no terrorists, man? I can understand why it's so high. He's probably gonna say it though. Yeah, he probably will say terrorist though when he's talking about. We could do NATO. Might put some on NATO, man. NATO seems like a good hit. I think NATO might be a good hit. NATO. You got the Palestinian parlay, bro. Come on. Maybe some on West Bank at 6-7. Some on West Bank. A little bit on NATO. Sprinkle a little bit on NATO as well. Maybe a little bit on BB as well. He'll say terrorist, and I'll make bank off the uncertainty panic. So you're too locked in, brother. He knows the this little speech dialect differences of saying terrorist. Man, that music makes it sound like it's about to happen, but I don't know if that shit will happen. When's it scheduled for?
Listen ad-free, offline, and in the background. Plus, download podcasts for on-the-go.
2 p.m. 1 p.m. ET, 2 p.m. conference. They're definitely just playing Clash, jacking each other off. Then. We'll put some more on October 7th. It got too low. October 7th will be our biggest strike. Not to really literally play into the whole South Park thing, but I hope he mentions October 7th, man. I'll make what is that? I'll make $30 so far. Let's make it 50. We'll make it $50. He mentions October 7th, I'll win $50, man. So currently we got Hamas, yes. Biden, yes. October 7th, yes. Our biggest strike. Ukraine, yes, for the baddies. West Bank, yes, for the parlay. NATO, yes, for the parlay. Palestine, yes, for the parlay. Hottest, yes, because I know Trump. I know Trump too well. Of course he's going to say hottest. Iron Dome, yes, and Golden Dome, yes, for the Palestinian parlay. And no Portland, no Chicago, no TikTok. Those make no sense. Unless some dumbass reporter asks him a stupid-ass fucking question out of nowhere. Those make no sense to be yes strikes. The fact you can make like 20% on TikTok too, It's a little stupid. The TikTok deal happened like a week ago, a week and a half ago, and that's with China. China has nothing to do with this shit. The only way this shit happens is if there's a Q&A, right? There's a Q&A, reporter asks them a question about it. If that happens, I just kill the reporter. Sure. It's a joke. It's a joke. Joking. Only. I gotta go and ask questions, bro. I think with this, I can get in. I'd be like, hey, Trump. Walk to a cow shoot. How do you feel about them sending the National Guard to Chicago? Yes! I'm the dumbass who asked the Chicago question for literally no reason. He won't say hottest, says Azul. How much you want to bet, Azul? How much you want to bet he doesn't say hottest, brother? How much you want to bet he doesn't say hottest? I'm a big hottest guy. We can fade. We can fade right now, bro. I know you got more money than me. Q&A, he defers all questions to BB. You can take that one. He's the best man in the world to answer that question. I could see that. I could see him referring questions. You know, not about the National Guard, but I could see him referring questions. Disney Spring? Do you think he's gonna talk about the shutdown, the government shutdown tomorrow? Oh, Wednesday? Not tomorrow, but in 2 days. I'll do the shutdown one. That'll be fun. I hope BB does take the questions, man. You don't think he's gonna say we're the hottest country in the world, man? I'm feeling no. He's got a big shutdown meeting after this. No bodies. We got this. Well, as you can see, I might be a yes body. I might be the biggest yes body there is.
Buy something. Sign up. Limited time offer. Click now or miss your one shot of happiness. It's...
And you get like no ads at that ad block. JD and Marco Rubio are there. What's up, fellas? See, you never realize how many people are in suits till you see it. They're all suited up. Every single one of these people are suited up. Even that 20-year-old. Even Mr. Big Balls right there. Caroline, leave it, my precious. Looking fantastic as always. Caroline, my baby. Caroline, my baby, I need you to say something. This is supposed to start at 1:15 and shut down. His shutdown meeting's at 3 today? What? Then you might be right for nobodies, man. If he's really gonna speak for 30 minutes, it's good on nobodies, man. I see Trump's meeting with congressional leaders on Monday for last-ditch talks ahead. That's a crazy schedule. And then talking to Netanyahu and then talking about the government shutting down an hour later. That's a crazy schedule for Trump. Damn it, I really thought Eric Adams was gonna win the mayor election, bro. Fuck. That's like one person out there. There's actually like one person out there that thought that. Again, we're just needing October 7th. Not on October 7th, on October 7th. Honestly though, 17% return, that's gotta be EV. That's gotta be positive EV. There is less than a 17% chance he doesn't say it. Maybe a 10% by semantics, by him saying not, October 7th. What's Ches saying? You can Google Don J. Trump's public schedule for press call. Dude. I'm not his fucking dad. This suit looks good on you. Hey, real. Handsome Riddler? The Riddler is handsome, no? Oh, no, that motherfucker ugly, low-key. Oh, yeah, he's kind of clapped. Alright, I fuck with you. I need the little, like, the eyeglass, I guess, maybe. Yeah, that motherfucker clap. I appreciate it, though. I don't know how long is she gonna go, so if y'all trying to gym, you can, but... Ugh. I heard there's cheat pools. Show the chat up.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Here we go.
President of the United States and the Prime Minister of the State of Israel.
Here we go, lads.
Thank you very much, everybody. So this is a big, big day, a beautiful day, potentially one of the great days ever in civilization.
Wow, one of the greatest days ever,
Things
by
that
the way.
have been going on for hundreds of years and thousands of years. We're gonna,
It's one of the greatest days of all time.
at least we're at a minimum very, very close, and I think we're beyond very close. And I want to thank Bibi for really getting in there and doing a job.
The
We worked
Palestinian
well
parlay
together.
boys.
As we have with many other countries, both of us, with many other countries, which is the only way this whole situation gets solved. And I'm not just talking about Gaza. Gaza is one thing, but
Gaza.
we're talking about much beyond Gaza.
Gaza would have been too easy,
The
huh?
whole deal, everything getting solved.
The whole
It's called
ideal.
Peace in the Middle East. So today is a historic day for peace, and Prime Minister Netanyahu and I have just concluded an important meeting on many vital issues, including Iran,
Iran?
trade, the expansion of the Abraham Accords, and most importantly, we discussed
Yeah,
how
Abraham,
to
eh?
end the war in Gaza, but it's just a part of the bigger picture, which is peace in the Middle East, and let's call it eternal peace in the Middle East. So this
Alright,
is
you really think that, man?
far more than anybody expected, but the level of support that I've had from the nations
Ooh.
in the Middle East and surrounding Israel and neighbors of Israel has
Qatar?
been incredible.
Dodged Qatar right there.
Every single one of them. This afternoon, after extensive consultation
You'll probably still
with
say
our
it, though.
friends and partners throughout the region, I'm formally releasing our principles for peace, which people have
He does
really
seem
liked,
tired.
I must say.
He does seem tired.
And
He's got a
these
big
are
day
done
today.
Not just routinely done; these are done with total consideration and working with the nations that we're talking about. All of
Man.
these nations have made contributions.
Not tired
to
enough
those
to not say Biden,
suggestions.
though. He's still got
I
to rip
want
on
to
Biden.
thank the leaders of many Arab and Muslim nations for their tremendous support in developing the proposal, along with many of our allies in Europe. Europe has been very much involved.
Europe.
And as I was called by many of the European leaders, most of them saying, "Is this true? Are you really doing peace in the Middle East? This is the most incredible thing we've heard." Some think it's the biggest thing they've ever heard. They called just to find out, was it just a rumor or is it actually done? And then they said,
Come on,
"Have
he's
you
gotta be
spoken
good
to
for
the Arab
hottest."
leaders? Have you spoken to all of the other
He's
leaders that
glazing.
we have to get?" A lot of people involved in this one. I also want to thank Prime Minister Netanyahu for agreeing to the plan and for trusting that if we work together, we can bring an end to the death and destruction that we've seen for so many years, decades, even centuries, and begin a new chapter of security, peace, and prosperity for the
He
entire
does seem
region.
quite tired, man.
And I want to
This is not usual
just
rally
say
Trump.
that
This
my
is more
meetings
speech Trump.
and dialogue that we had with so many countries, Saudi
So he
Arabia
just woke up
as an
30 minutes ago.
example. The king is a phenomenal person. The Emir of Qatar, he's an
Qatar?
incredible people.
They dodged it once. but-
UAE, and that's MBZ and
Ooh,
ABZ.
good for Syria, maybe.
We're totally involved. These are the people that we've been dealing with and who've been actually very much involved in this negotiation, giving us ideas, things they can live with, things they can't live with. Pretty complex. I mean, after 2,000, 3,000 years, whatever it is, I guess it's got to be a little complex, or it would have been done a long time ago. The King of Jordan was with us.
You could just,
As you know, in the United Nations.
It's like, I can't believe I couldn't just snap my finger and
President
fix
of
the war.
Turkey, President Erdogan, is a friend of mine, a strong man.
He's going
but
after every
a good
country, man.
President
Did he say
of
Syria?
Indonesia, somebody who's an amazing leader. Prabowo.
He's got no liquidity,
He's
though,
an
for Syria.
amazing leader and respected by everybody. He was in the room with us. We were together with most of these people that I'm mentioning. Others were by phone or the next day. The Prime Minister and the Field Marshal of Pakistan. They
Man,
were
he's going after
with us
everything.
right from the beginning. Incredible. In fact, they just put out a statement that they fully believe in this pact. It just came out just as I was walking around. They said, "Sir, you have a big notice from the Prime Minister of Pakistan and from the Field Marshal that they back this 100%. President El-Sisi of Egypt, who's terrific.
Wow, he's
And,
just
these are
listing every
people I've
country.
gotten to know
Like
over
this
the
is a
years.
globe.
I mean, it's,
He's just got a globe
yes,
he's
I would say
spinning
it
and just
started around
pointing the finger
2015, and then went
Egypt.
into 2016 when the presidency
Syria.
officially began. But I've known him actually for a long time.
He's
and
doing it for everything
they're,
but
in
Ukraine.
many cases, really
Except the
great men.
Ukrainian
I can't say
baddies.
in all
Come on.
cases, but I will tell you, in many cases, they're great men.
Do
And
it for
some great
Melania,
women
at least,
too.
right?
They tend to be mostly men, however, I will say that. But if accepted by Hamas, this proposal
Hamas.
calls for the release of all remaining hostages
When
immediately,
to release the hostages?
but in no case
That's my political
more than
stance.
72 hours. So the hostages
No
are
one should be a
coming back,
hostage, man.
And I hate even saying this from the standpoint,
Oh.
doesn't sound right,
Oh.
but it is so important to the parents, the
This is where
bodies of
This is where he could say it.
the young men, I believe in almost all cases, the young men are coming back immediately. I met with parents. The parents felt as strongly about getting the body of their dead boy back as they did as though the boy were alive and well.
Come on, you
So
gotta mention
important
it.
to 'em.
You gotta mention it.
And it means the immediate end to the war itself, not just Gaza.
Whoa.
It's the war itself. Under the plan, Arab and Muslim countries have committed, and in writing in many cases, but I actually would take their word for it. The people I mentioned, I'd take their word for it, to demilitarize Gaza, and that's
Take their
quickly.
word for it.
Decommission the military capabilities of Hamas and all other terror organizations. Do that immediately. And we're relying on the
Oh.
countries that I named and others to deal with Hamas. And I'm hearing that Hamas wants to get this done too, and that's a good thing. And destroy all terror infrastructure, including the
Oop.
tunnels, weapons of production facilities. They have a lot of
That'd be
production
terror,
facilities that
not
we're destroying.
terrorists.
They'll also help
Destroy all terror
Train-
infrastructure.
local police forces in the areas that
Bro,
we're discussing right now.
if you mention National
In
Guard.
particular, in and around Gaza, working with
Okay.
the new transitional authority in
I
Gaza.
was like,
all
if he-
parties
if he
will
goes on
agree
this
the
tangent.
timeline for Israeli forces to withdraw in phases. They'll be withdrawing in phases. No more shooting, hopefully. As progress is made toward achieving these goals, Arab and Muslim nations need to be allowed the chance to fulfill these commitments of dealing with Hamas, they have to deal with them because they were the one group that we have not dealt with. I haven't dealt with them. But the Arab countries are going to, and Muslim countries are going to be dealing with Hamas.
He's really just glazing the other Arab countries. They really just helped them out with this,
They
huh?
have an understanding, and they haven't maybe mentioned that, but I would imagine
the Prince of Egypt
they
could do it sloppy,
otherwise
I
they
guess.
wouldn't have gone as far as they've gone. If they're unable to do so, then Israel would have the absolute right and actually our full backing, the U.S. full backing. Marco's here, and a lot of our leaders are here, our great Vice President, Susie Wiles, Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner.
He's in like tired glazing mode. He's like tired. He doesn't want to glaze himself. He's glazing other people. He's too tired to glaze himself.
But it's, we're right there. We're right
Which
there.
is bad
First
for
time
Biden because he always shits on Biden
thousands
when
of
comparing
years,
himself
I think you
to
can
him.
probably say, if you really look into it, if you study back, if you're a scholar, you would say thousands of years. Israel would have my full backing to finish the job of destroying the threat of Hamas. But I hope that we're going to have a deal for peace.
Wow.
And if
Wow.
Hamas rejects the deal, which is always possible, they're the only one left. Everyone else has accepted it. But I have a feeling that we're going to have a positive answer. But if not, as you know, BB, you'd have our full backing
BB.
to do what you
He said
would have
BB
to
before
do.
though. BBL.
Everyone understands that the ultimate result must be the elimination of any danger posed in the region.
He's really go hard on Hamas then, no?
And the danger
Wow.
is caused by
This might be a no.
Hamas. The tyranny of terror has to end, and this is, again, something that we're looking for. This is eternity. This is for
He's not said
forever.
terrorist yet, just terror.
To ensure the success of this effort, my plan calls for the creation of a new international oversight body, the Board of Peace, we call it, the Board of Peace. Sort of a beautiful name, the Board.
How can you
a
say
peace
that
which
when you
will
just
be
changed the Department of
headed
Defense
not
to
at
the
my
Department of War?
request.
How can you
I'm
and then
very
say
busy.
we making the
But
Board
we
of
have to make
Peace?
sure this works. The
You're
leaders
either
of the
you gotta
Arab
pick one or
world
the other,
and
bro.
Israel and everybody
The
involved
Board of
asked
Mind
me
Control.
to do this, so it would be headed by a gentleman known as President Donald J. Trump of the United States. That's what I want, is some extra work to do, but it's so important that I'm
Jesus
willing
Christ,
to do
Trump. Jesus.
it. And we'll do it
Beheading.
right, and we're going to put leaders from other countries on, and leaders that are very distinguished leaders. And we'll have a board, and one of the people that wants to be on
Trump's
the board
the king of
is
Board
the
of
UK
Peace.
former Prime Minister Tony Blair. Good man.
He's
very good
every
man.
conference. I've ended 8
And,
wars.
some
I've
others.
ended 8 wars, bro.
And they'll be named over the next few days.
I ended Gaza.
And it'll be quite the board. Working, everybody wants to be on it now. I don't know if that had anything to do. They named me and everybody else wanted to be on it. I guess they figure, well, he's a soft touch. He'll be easy to deal with.
Loki aura.
Working
Loki
with the
aura,
World
Chump.
Bank and
Okay.
Others, it'll be
He
responsible
said
for
soon as I joined, everyone
recruiting and
else wanted to
training
join for some reason.
a new government that will be made up of
Loki aura. Alright,
Palestinians
Chump.
along with highly qualified experts from
World
all
Bank?
around the world.
Right?
Hamas
Ah,
and other
fuck.
terrorist factions will play no
No,
role
it's
in
West
the
Bank. I'm dumb.
the
Shit.
board, but
Palestinians, though.
they'll
Palestinian
play
hit.
no role in the governance of Gaza at
Terrorists.
all, directly or indirectly.
Yeah, terrorists.
As you know, thousands of Hamas leaders have been killed, and soldiers have been killed. And we can never forget October 7th. But
Yeah! Never forget.
for that.
You're right. Never forget.
now it's time to get our hostages back.
He didn't
and get
forget.
back
You
to
never forgot that one, man.
trying to build something that's really great and
Cha-ching!
very important. You
What is
know,
that?
even
That's at
today,
50
Prime
bucks,
Minister
October
Netanyahu
7th.
was very clear about his opposition
Cheeky
to a Palestinian state.
50 bucks.
And he continuously mentions October 7th, and I understand that. Most people do. And I understand and respect his position on many things, but what he's doing today is so good for Israel. I noticed that they have large crowds gathering in Israel all
just
the
need a
time. and
Biden-
they have
we
my
need them to
name
shit
up.
on
They like
Biden,
me for
and it's a
whatever
perfect-
reason, maybe I don't know, but they do like me.
He said
But,
Palestine. Yeah.
They say two things.
Or he said Palestinian.
Please get the
So actually, I don't
hostages
know.
back, and please end the war. They've had it. It's had it. So I think it's a very popular thing you do, because he's a warrior. He doesn't know about getting back to a normal way of life. But he is a warrior, and Israel's lucky to have him. But now the people want to get back to peace. They want to get back to normalization in a
He's
true
not saying
sense.
this.
Several countries
He's too
have
tired. He's not
foolishly
glazing
recognized the Palestinian state.
Yeah,
As you know,
usually he
some
glazes the
of
US,
our
but
European
he's too
friends,
tired
allies,
to do that shit.
good people. But they're really, I think, doing that because they're very tired of what's going on for so many decades. They've been presidents and prime ministers for years, and during this time, having to do with the Middle East, all they're
No.
doing is talking about the same thing over and over. They want to see it
It's like
get
a-
back. And nobody wants that more than me, or I believe Bibi too. But the people of Israel want it. They really want it. They want the hostages back. That includes the probably 32 bodies that we're talking about, 20 people that are living, 32 or so people that are dead, and they want to have peace. So let us not forget how we got here. Hamas was elected by the Palestinian people. Israel withdrew from Gaza thinking they would live in peace. Remember that a long time ago? They withdrew. They said, you take it. This is our contribution to peace. But that didn't work out. That didn't work out. It was the opposite of peace. They pulled away. They let them have it. And I never forgot that, because I said, that doesn't sound like a good deal to me. As a real estate person, I mean, they gave up the ocean, right? Ron, they gave up the ocean. They said, who would do this deal? And it still didn't work out. They were very
You're funny,
generous,
bro.
actually.
That's funny. They gave up
And,
the
they
ocean.
gave up the
They would
most
do this.
magnificent piece of land in many ways in the Middle East, and they said, all we want to do now is have peace. And that request was not
Talking about
honored.
Crimea or something?
Instead of
crazy.
building a better life for the Palestinians, Hamas diverted resources to build over 400 miles of tunnels and terror infrastructure,
Palestinians so much.
rocket production
But not
facilities,
Palestine,
and
yes.
hid their military command posts and launch sites in hospitals, schools, and mosques. So if you went after them,
Tariff.
you'd be after them, and you wouldn't even
already
realize
said
you
tariff,
ended up
or-
knocking out a hospital or school or a mosque. That terrible thing.
Tariff?
Terrible way to have to fight. No fight is good, but that's a real bad one.
I saw tariff
So
in the
there are many
captions, but I didn't hear
Palestinians
it.
who wish
Did he say it?
to live in peace. Many,
I'm not-
many.
I guess he said
many.
it.
I've seen so
Or
many.
someone
of
else
them.
read that caption as well.
And they have support. And
I could have made some money on that. But
I
wasn't sure.
challenge
I
the
wasn't
Palestinians
confident.
to take responsibility for their destiny, because that's what we're giving them. We're giving them responsibility for their destiny. Fully condemn and prohibit terrorism and earn their way to a brighter future. They don't want the life that they've had. They've had a rough life with Hamas. If the Palestinian Authority does not complete the reforms that I laid out in my vision for peace in 2020, they'll have only themselves to blame. We're giving them an amazing footprint, and they have amazing support from the leaders of the Arab world and the Muslim world. The great leaders. These are great leaders. These are unbelievable leaders that have built great countries and very wealthy countries. What the future holds for the Palestinians, no one really knows, but the plan that we put forward today is focused on ending the war immediately, getting all of our hostages back, getting everything back. Hard to believe when you even say it. And creating conditions for durable Israeli security and Palestinian
Yeah, I'd sell that.
success.
I'll sell that.
Israeli security is going to be involved.
If he doesn't know,
We're gonna
if there's no
help you.
Q&A, he's not doing the Q&A,
We'll
then
be
he's
there with
probably
you
probably wouldn't say
in
Biden either.
terms of helping with security. We want to make sure it works.
Who knows,
We just
though?
want to make sure it works. There shouldn't be a shot fired. Now, there will be, I guess, because that's the way it seems to be, but there shouldn't have to be within a few days. There shouldn't have to be a shot fired. And maybe for eternity. Wouldn't that be nice?
Is Trump
I
just
hope it's true.
tired now?
I can tell you the
Being
leadership
president's
of that
too hard,
region
bro.
feels that there's a good chance of it being true.
These is starting to make no
So
sense.
this will lead to this agreement that we're talking about will lead to a sustainable long-term peace. No president in history has been a greater friend of the state of Israel than I have, in addition to negotiating the Abraham Accords. I like to say it that way because the real people, that's what they call Abraham. I would say Abraham.
There you
But
go.
it's so much nicer when you say
Just for the
Abraham.
betters, you'll say it both ways.
So
it
much more
counts.
elegant. But the
You're real for that one,
Abraham
Trump.
Accords
Just
are
covering your
amazing.
bases.
Jared, you did that along with your group of geniuses, and nobody thought that could be done. We have 4 countries, and Sleepy Joe Biden didn't do a thing. He didn't even know what the hell they were.
Yeah.
He should have had them fold up. But I think this will also lead to.
Biden Y is a
And who knows,
fucking
maybe
lock,
even
bro.
Iran
Every
can get
single
in there.
time,
I
dude.
don't
I
know.
should have
We
held.
expect-
I should have held, but I got
we hope we're
scared.
gonna be able to get along with.
I got scared a little bit. I would have what?
I think they're going to be open to it. I really believe that. But they could be a
Damn.
member.
Yeah,
I long
lost like
ago
15
said,
bucks
I bet
there.
you at some point Iran will be a member of the Accords. And little did I realize it was going to take this turn. That was some turn we did with the B2s. But I think they might very well be there. It's a great thing for them economically. I recognize the eternal capital of Israel. I opened the American embassy in Jerusalem. That was something that everyone said would never be done, could never be done. Virtually every president for many years, for decades,
glazing mode.
would campaign on making Jerusalem the capital of Israel. They campaigned on it over and
glazing
over.
himself
Is that
now.
right, Steve?
Shit.
Is that right? Everyone, and when they got to it, and I understand why now, because it was
Hottest
so,
might hit here now.
when I got to office, I campaigned on it too. I said, we're going to make it. And then I'd get calls from the leaders of various countries saying, please don't do it. Please don't do it. It'll end the whole world. Please don't do it. And finally, I just didn't say anything, and I did it. People were calling me before I did it because I heard I was going to do it. And leaders of countries were calling me. And I think it was on a Thursday that I did it. And they'd call me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3-4 times a day, and I said, tell them I'll call them back on Friday. And I announced it on Thursday, and I called them back, the biggest people in the world, and they said, you've done it. I said, done what? You've made the capital of Israel, Jerusalem, and we wanted to talk yet. I wish you called me a little sooner. Maybe I could have done something about it. So that was a lot easier than getting into an argument, because I knew what they were calling about. And you know what? It turned out to be amazing. Everybody thought it was going to lead to the end of the world, right? The end of the world, Ron. That's what they said. It didn't lead to anything. It just led to something that I promised, and something that was very, very popular for Jewish people and a lot of other people, too. I recognize Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights, and I cut taxpayer funding to the corrupt United Nations Relief and Works Agency. And United Nations was interesting because, as you know, a few days
NATO?
ago they introduced me. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States. I'm looking at my teleprompter, and the thing was dead, stone cold, dead. The thing's up here. I have a long, beautiful speech tonight.
This is crazy. The
I'm
fact
back
you want to do a speech at the
30
United
feet
Nations,
back.
this teleprompter didn't work.
And I'm saying, they're introducing me. There's nothing on my teleprompter. So
He's still
when I made
pissed
a
about
speech,
that.
I
That happened
actually
like
got
what,
good
a couple days ago
marks.
still.
Think Biden could have done that? I don't think so.
Did you
I
say
don't think
Biden
he
did
could
it?
have done I don't think too many people could have done it. But actually, it was actually more of a speech from my heart, if you want to know the truth. I think it was
Biden did
in
it!
certain ways because
Hey,
it was
shut
from
the
the heart.
hell, bro. Of course
It has
Biden
to be from
did
the
it.
heart,
Of
otherwise
course
you're in
Biden
big
turned
trouble.
it off.
But I cut taxpayer funding for that
This guy's
very
hilarious,
corrupt
bro. He's
United
so
Nations
funny.
Relief and Works Agency, and nobody thought that would be done, and withdrew from the horrible Iran nuclear deal that was imposed upon
Ooh, nuclear.
Israel by
Ooh.
Barack Hussein Obama.
Barack Hussein Obama hit.
And I don't think Biden knew anything about
Fuck.
it. I don't think he knows anything about it now, actually.
Barack Hussein.
So what is that?
Look, dude, he's
And
going
we
all in on
obliterated
Biden now,
Iran's
man.
nuclear enrichment capacity, making it impossible for them to have a nuclear weapon, which they would have had.
Barack Hussein
Hussein
Obama.
But I've never asked.
Can we have that as a
Israel
strike
to
next time,
compromise its
Galaxy?
security, but we had big
Next
strong
Trump
talk.
speech, can we
Nobody's
get
been
Barack
better to
Hussein?
Israel. No president's been
Obama.
better to Israel than Donald Trump. But we had a long, strong talk, Bibi and I, and he understands it's time. It's time. History has shown, and the people of Israel want it, and the people of the Middle East want it. The people of enemies of Israel want it, but they don't have really too many enemies right now. And you know what?
I thought he was gonna say Palestine right there.
Many
man.
countries have gained great respect for Israel, for the way they fight, for the job they do, including me. I had respect anyway, but they gained respect. History has shown us that those who have relations with Israel have thrived. while those who have
Really?
devoted resources and attention toward the destruction and even annihilation of Israel have languished. They haven't done well. Israel is not going
just added that.
anywhere. They're going to
They haven't done well.
coexist with other people and countries in the region, from Syria to Lebanon
Syria.
to Saudi Arabia.
There you go.
The promise
Someone's on
of
that
a
shit.
new
Look how
Middle
fast.
East is so clearly within our reach. This is the closest we've ever come to real peace, not fake peace, not political fool's peace.
Cool.
If we can get this difficult problem solved, the opportunities for all within that vast region of this world, it's a vast region, it's unlimited. The Abraham Accords show that all countries are better off when they communicate and work together and embrace new opportunities. I hope Jared and Steve and Susie and Marco and JD, we have great people. I hope you guys are going to work very hard to get these other countries in, because now they have no excuse. There's no longer an excuse. They were some were hesitant, and I tell you, the 4 countries that went in, I give them tremendous credit, and it's worked out incredibly well for them. In the same spirit, I'm pleased to report that earlier today we took another important step toward greater understanding in the region. A short
Still talking
time
about the
ago,
region.
we had a historic phone call in the Oval Office with Prime Minister Tani, who's really a great person. So we had
Tani
a great
Mojo?
talk, and I was on the phone, and Bibi was talking. Prime Minister Al Thani was of Qatar. They really had a heart-to-heart conversation. It was a great conversation, I thought. It
He's
was
just listening
productive.
in.
It was everything that you need to have something turn out to be successful. And I want to thank Bibi, and I want to thank the Prime Minister. It was fantastic. We agreed to launch a formal trilateral mechanism between Israel, Qatar, and the United States to begin a dialogue to enhance mutual security, correct misperceptions, and avoid future misgivings. And I want to thank Qatar, its leadership, and the Emir.
He seems like he's ending.
He's
I want to thank.
fantastic person. I think, I'm going to
Maybe I get out of this.
because I know
Save
him
myself
differently than
what?
a lot of people
Oh.
know him. But he
Save
wants
myself
peace. He wants to see peace. And his people, and
$3.
they really acknowledge the critical role that they've played as mediator. And again, we're not quite finished. We have to get Hamas, but I think they're going to be able to do that. So now it's time for Hamas to accept the terms of the plan that we've put forward today. And again, this is a different Hamas than we were dealing with, because I guess over 20,000 have been killed. Their leadership has been killed 3 times over. So you're really dealing with different people than we've been dealing with over the last 4 years, 5 years. Everyone
I guess
has
I don't know if
done
it's
their
still
part
saved or
and
not, though.
come to the table in good faith. Our Arab and Muslim partners are fully prepared to step up and fulfill their commitments for the benefit of the people of Gaza and the entire region. They're willing to step up and do a lot. They really are. There are a lot of good people involved. Everybody who wants to see an end to the violence and destruction should be united in calling for Hamas to accept the extremely fair proposal so that we can end the war and get us back our hostages right now and have everlasting peace. And I look forward to having relationships with everyone. As the chairman of the board, I'll be involved, and we'll have meetings with some very smart people.
We're live buying some Democrat. No
over there to
Democrat
make
right
sure
now.
that we haven't just been wasting time with an agreement that doesn't get done. The task of building peace will not be easy. There are some of the hardest problems in the world to solve, and that's why it's been going on for so many
I think Democrats an old strike too
centuries.
from the last meeting. So
Too many lives
It's
are at
from the
stake
Charlie
not to
Kirk
try,
Memorial.
and this was more than a try. I mean, I think this is something that gets done when you have virtually every country.
It
and
seemed like
these
he
are
was wrapping up too.
powerful.
And if the guy was
countries
right that he's
have
not going to do the Q&A,
a lot of
maybe
money,
he's
and
gonna
the
do
money
it then.
can make things happen. A lot of countries try, and they
I
don't
might
have
just
any
save
money.
myself
These
for
are
this
very
bet.
rich
We'll see,
countries
though.
that can make things happen. So together we'll forge
At a
a much
cash
safer
out of
and
hottest
more
Ukraine
hopeful
and
future
Biden.
for
I should stay with
everybody.
Biden though.
including Israel. And I want to thank Prime Minister Netanyahu
But
for
he's
his
wrapping up now. You know.
partnership, and I want to thank all of the leaders, the kings and the emirs and the presidents and prime ministers, people I mentioned. and they've been absolutely fantastic to work with, and it's just happened very quickly. It's happened from a couple of weeks before I had a couple of meetings, but a couple of weeks before we went to the United Nations, and we had some incredible meetings. It all came to place. It all took place, and everybody wanted to be a part of it. I don't have anybody that's saying we don't want anything to do with it. It's just the opposite. And I'll tell you, a couple of years ago, a year ago,
He says he's gonna wrap up and
this
keeps
kind
going.
of participation, Mr. VP, right? I don't think we would have had. It's been amazing. The
He's glazing
participation was
JD Vance
100%.
though. It's nothing to do with
Everybody
any
wants
of
to be a
this.
part of it.
Like,
And
no
everybody,
sanction?
those very strong countries, everybody wants it to work. So, Bibi, congratulations on this. I think this will be your
No Ukraine?
crowning achievement, frankly. If this all works out, we think it will. It's going to be your crowning achievement, and I want to thank you very much for being here. Thank you, please.
Thank you. Thank you.
Submit it all. Put a few more no's.
Mr. President, first I want
He
to
can keep
thank you
speaking,
for
though.
graciously
He could
hosting
keep
me
speaking. That's
once
why it's still
again in
not
the
like
White House.
logged. But
And second, I want to thank you for your friendship and for your leadership.
we'll do no
From
Ukraine.
Jerusalem
We'll do this
to
one too.
Tehran,
Nope.
from the Golan Heights to Gaza. You've proven time and again what I've said many times. You are the greatest friend that Israel has ever had in the White House.
Wow.
And Mr. President, you and I both know it's not even close. While you focus at home,
He's shitting on
making
Biden, I
America
believe.
your leadership
This guy hates
abroad
Biden.
is changing the world
Maybe more
for the
than
better
Trump. Maybe he hates
Ending
Biden more
wars.
than Trump.
and advancing peace. I believe that
Yeah,
today
cancel that.
we're taking a critical step towards both ending the war in Gaza and setting the stage for dramatically advancing peace in the Middle East. And I think beyond the Middle East, in very important Muslim countries. I support your plan to end the war
Buying
in
no
Gaza.
sanction. We've got no sanction, no
achieves
Chicago, no
our
TikTok,
warnings.
no Portland,
It will bring back
no shutdown, no tariff, no
all our
Democrat.
hostages, dismantle Hamas's military
Maybe something like that.
capabilities,
I think I was
End
down
its
though because of
political
the Biden cash out.
and
The
ensure
October
that
7th
Gaza
didn't
never
save me
again
enough to
poses a
cover. I
threat
don't
to
think.
Israel.
I mean, you can make more.
We would not have achieved this turning point without the
I could get
courage
fucked though.
and
I could get fucked by
sacrifice
him saying, you know,
of our incredibly
Democrats didn't help you
brave
at all.
soldiers. They fight like
he doesn't really say
lions
Democrat
to
though.
defend the people of Israel, and they
Yeah,
serve
Biden,
on
yes.
the front line
Biden was in
in the war
public.
between civilization.
Biden, yes. October 7th,
barbarism.
yes. Palestine, yes. Ding
Mr.
hit.
President, when our two countries stand shoulder to shoulder, we achieve the
This
impossible.
guy looks like an Ed and Eddie character.
Just a few
Does
months
he not?
ago, in Operation Rising Lion and Operation Midnight Hammer, we struck a decisive blow against Iran's nuclear and ballistic missile
This
program.
motherfucker.
Your bold decision to send those B-2s made the region safer and the world safer. Now, under your leadership, we're taking
see.
the next step
Currently, though, what's
to
the
win
market say?
war
It says I'm down.
and expand the
So-
peace. Your plan is consistent with the 5 principles my government set for the
It actually
end of the
sucked.
war.
He said
and the
Palestinian
day
about
after
50 times
Hamas.
and never said Palestine.
Everybody asks, what is your plan for the day after Hamas? Here's
No
our plan.
tariff?
Pass it in the cabinet.
Where's
All
tariff
our
at?
hostages, both
I've got no
those who are
tariff, yeah.
alive and those who died,
Because he was wrapping
all
up
of
his
them.
speech, man.
will return home immediately.
I'm hoping that he doesn't cover
Hamas
any of
will
the
be
Q&A
disarmed.
questions at all.
Gaza will be demilitarized.
It's up to
Israel will
it
retain
was gone to an
security
89 cents though.
responsibility, including a security perimeter for the foreseeable future. And lastly, Gaza will have a peaceful civilian administration that is run neither by Hamas.
And they can ask any question
nor
or
by
pick
the
any reporter
Palestinian
they want or
Authority.
whatever, but
If Hamas agrees
this
to
guy,
your plan, Mr.
Azul's
President,
saying that he's
the
gonna
first step will
have
be a modest withdrawal,
Benjamin
followed by
basically.
the release of all our hostages
question for him.
within 72 hours. The next step will be the
Hey,
establishment
no
of an
Portland,
international
no
body
TikTok, no
charged with
Chicago. Those
fully
are locks.
disarming Hamas and
The other ones are
demilitarizing
too scary. Like no
Gaza.
Democrat, no tariff, no shutdown. You
I
could
appreciate
definitely
your
just get
willingness
asked
to
about the
lead
government
body,
shutdown, bro.
Mr.
This
Fo-
is
Mr.
this is
President.
probably the scariest one.
I really appreciate it because
I'm
you have a lot of
gonna
things to do. And this
I'm
is
gonna make a little
important.
profit here.
And it reflects the confidence that this will give everyone, that things will be followed up on all the commitments made. The fact that you're taking this on, I think, helps a lot to make sure that everything flows in the direction that we want.
If he is
Now,
gonna
if
be
this
asked the
international
question, though,
body
it's gonna be about the
succeeds,
government shutdown.
We will have permanently ended the war. Israel will conduct further withdrawals linked to the extent of disarmament and demilitarization, but will remain in the security perimeter for the foreseeable future. I think we should understand that we're giving everybody a chance to have this done peacefully. Something that will achieve all our war objectives.
Yeah, there's
without
not a
any
mentions
further
on
bloodshed.
Netanyahu, man. No one cares
If
about
Hamas
that.
rejects your plan, Mr. President, or if they supposedly accept it and then
Only Trump, man.
basically do everything
We
to
know what
counter
he's
it,
gonna say. He's reading off the script.
then Israel
At
will
least Trump
finish the
doesn't read off
job
the script, bro.
by
Why
itself.
would you care about the dude that pays for
This can be done the easy way,
this is like the frat.
or it can be done the hard
This
way,
this is the frat leader.
but it will be
Just
done. We prefer the easy way, but it has to be done.
You hang out with him because he's in the
Achieve-
biggest, coolest frat, but he's
because
not
we
cool
didn't
himself.
This horrible fight sacrificed the finest of our young men.
Trump is the
To
guy
have
who's
Hamas
in the
stay in
frat.
Gaza
He's not the frat
threaten
leader,
us
but he is
again
the
and
he is the
again and
coolest
again.
one in the frat.
With these horrific massacres.
He's the one you actually want to hang out with. It's like
Mr. President, I was encouraged by your clear statement at the UN
he's a pledge,
against the
but somehow he
recognition of
brings
the
50.
Palestinian
He's the one who brings the 50 chicks
That
there.
would be an outcome that, after October
W. Trump.
7th, would reward terror,
W. Trump.
undermine security, and endanger Israel's very existence.
This is a frat.
As
This
for
is
the
the frat
Palestinian
leader that
Authority,
just kicks people out.
I appreciate your firm position
Who the fuck do you know
that
here?
the PA can have no role whatsoever in Gaza without undergoing a radical and genuine transformation. In your 2020 peace plan, which you mentioned just now, you made clear what that transformation requires. It's not lip service.
too old, Trump.
It's not checking a box.
Dude, Democrat and
It's a
I see
fundamental,
Democrat is also
genuine,
linked to
and
the shutdown. I
enduring
can see that, but
transformation. And that means ending pay to slay, changing poisonous textbooks that teach hatred to Jews, to Palestinian children,
yeah, if he answers a shutdown question,
stopping incitement in the media,
it could be
ending
tough.
lawfare against
be
Israel
bad
and
looks.
the ICC, the ICJ, recognizing the Jewish state, and many, many other reforms. It won't come as a surprise to you that the vast majority of Israelis have no faith that the PA Leopard will change its spots. But rather than wait for this miraculous transformation, your plan provides a practical and realistic path forward for Gaza in the coming years, in which Gaza will be administered neither by Hamas nor the Palestinian Authority, but by
Tough shit.
those committed to a genuine peace with Israel.
It's on. It's connected to my.
I think this can be not
my
only a
outlet.
new beginning for Gaza,
It's not the gray one.
I think
it's the
it
other
can
one.
be a new beginning for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
entire region. Under your leadership, we can re-energize, well, I've got to contribute my own, we can re-energize the Abraham Accords. That's what it's called in the original Hebrew. Abraham. Abraham is fine. Abraham, however you want to call it. Under your leadership, Mr. President, we can re-energize the
That's
Abraham
what- that's what
Accords
Trump was-
that we
well,
forged
Trump was
5
funny,
years
so-
ago.
They gave up the
We
ocean.
can expand them to many more Arab
As
and
a real
Muslim
estate developer,
nations
I wouldn't give up the
that
ocean. It
choose
was a bad
moderation
deal.
over extremism. I think there's an opportunity here.
like,
It's
like
not
the
gonna be
view
easy,
was
it's
the
tough
important
going,
thing, you
but I
know,
think if we
not the
succeed,
trade.
You're absolutely right.
It's the view of the
We're going
ocean.
to open
Yeah.
possibilities that nobody
He's
even
funny.
dreamed
He's
of.
actually funny for that one, bro. This
But I
guy's
think we dream
hilarious,
of it.
Trump. Look, he's glazing him too.
As
He's
you've
like
told me,
Abraham.
Mr. President,
Right,
and
Trump.
you've told the world many, many times, you said, remember October 7th.
Look how
Remember
glazy
October
this
7th.
is, bro.
And we do. We will
Look how
never
glazy
forget
this is, man.
the horrors of October 7th, and we will do whatever is necessary to make sure they don't happen
Hey,
again.
Trump didn't forget.
Since October 7th, Israel's
My guy,
enemies
my
have
man.
learned a hard truth.
He
Those
didn't
who
say
attack
Palestine,
us
though. He did fuck up
pay
the
a
word.
heavy price. But those who partner with us advance progress and security for their peoples.
Dude, the shutdown one's
President
got me
Trump just
scared,
said
brother.
It. It's also in the Bible. It says, those who will bless you will be blessed.
If he's going to
those
answer
who will
a
curse
single
you will be
question
cursed.
himself, it will
That's
be about the
actually what is
shutdown. But
happening. We want the blessings.
I can make a
I think
profit.
we've done a lot in the past 2 years to end the curse. We're not finished,
Oh,
but we've done a lot.
get it?
And we've done a lot
Yeah.
together. to
I
end
could
the
make a
curse.
little cheeky profit.
I want to thank your entire team.
I'm
for
gonna
their efforts to
cancel
get
out
to
of the
this
shutdown
point.
one, dude. I've got a
Especially wanna
feeling.
thank
I've got a feeling
Steve
if he
Witkoff
does
and
answer a
Jared
question,
Kushner
it'll be about the
for
shutdown.
their indefatigable
So-
work to bring Israel and Arab states in the region closer together.
We're gonna see.
I'm
We're gonna
deeply
see.
grateful to both of them for their work. We had a phone call today just to make it clear. I said to the Prime Minister of Qatar, Israel
Qatar.
was targeting terrorists, wasn't targeting Qatar. And of course, we regretted the loss of the Qatari citizen, wasn't our target. And I very much appreciate President Trump's proposal to have a trilateral body, the United States, Israel, and Qatar, to work out respective grievances. There are quite a few. But if we could try to mitigate them or put it on a different footing, I think that'll be good for everyone. Above
Yeah, I'm
all,
getting out of shutdown,
all
dude.
the
If there's
people,
gonna be a single
fine
question
team,
he answers,
many
it's
helpers who've
shutdown.
done this.
I'm just gonna hope he
I
dogs
wanna
the
thank you,
Democrat
Mr.
when he
President.
answers it.
History has already shown
He's way more likely
under
to
your
say shutdown
leadership,
than Democrat, you know?
Israel and America can change the face of the Middle East. And today I'm hopeful that your plan to end the war in Gaza will do so again. And do
See, if
so
this was
soon.
positive, I'd probably
And
cash
will
out
free
even
our
more, but
hostages, end Hamas's tyranny in Gaza,
I could sell for
and enable a
51
more
cents, which is a
secure and
loss.
prosperous
Right.
future for the peoples of our
I'm not
region.
taking a loss on that shit.
Thank you, Mr. President. May God bless America.
He's
May
also
God bless
supposed to be at a
Israel.
meeting right now.
May God
At 3,
bless
so
the indispensable alliance between
hopefully he just
our
dips,
countries.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh,
May I add in Hebrew,
yeah.
G'mal Chatima Tova, may we all be inscribed in the book of life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, baby.
We went on in the book of life.
So
Yeah,
I
he's been
think
selected.
while we wait for these documents to be signed and get everybody in line, I think it maybe is not really appropriate to take questions. I'm meeting with, as you know,
Yes!
a couple of Democrats.
Yes,
in
it's
the
not
lead of
appropriate!
country, but
Yes!
keeping our country open.
Put down your hands! Put them down!
They're going to have to do
Buy some
some
notes.
things
Buy
because
some notes.
Buying
their ideas
notes.
are not very good ones. They're very bad for our country. So we'll see how that works
Oh, wait,
out.
it's really like
But
ending
this
now?
is something that was really historic today. This was something that was amazing. I think, Bibi, I mean, depending on you, I think while we're waiting for signatures and waiting for approvals from a lot of different countries that are involved in this, we probably shouldn't take questions, or would you like to take a question or two from perhaps a friendly Israeli reporter, if there's such a thing?
What the fuck is wrong with this
That's a
guy? I'm not
very,
taking
very
questions.
tough
Let's take a
proposition.
question.
But
What the
I would
fuck
think,
is
Mr.
wrong with this
President,
guy,
that
Trump,
I
bro?
would go by your instinct that this is. We'll have enough time for questions. Let's settle the issue first, I think. No.
What?
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank
No
you.
questions. No questions. Yeah. Boom. They're still trying to ask him questions. Shut up. Shut up. Stop shouting shit at him. Cha-ching. What is that? What is that? Did I win? Did I even win in this market or did I lose? It's saying I've lost, but not everything's...
No, the no's haven't cashed out yet, for sure. All of your no's are gonna cash out. Every single last no hit.
Yeah, done. I think.
Bro, that's money.
That must have been money.
That must, bro.
That must have been
every
money.
Single no hit.
But I put $200 on that shit.
How much
Yikes!
did you profit though? You profited hella.
We'll see by the end. I lost 15, 7, 9, 54. So you do this to
Bro, you
figure out.
gambled 200 and something, lost 54. Logically, you won 100, bro. You
3,
probably-
4, 6, minus 54, minus 9, minus 7, minus 15. I made $15
Okay.
from that.
You made 15.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
last one, that was like minus 200. Let's go.
Positive 15. We got the October 7th to hit. If he said Palestine, it would have been better, I think. Okay, he didn't say tariff. That's good. Yeah, if he said Palestine, it would have been better. But, you know, I cashed out the Ukraine West Bank. That was a good idea. Cash out the shutdown. I could have won maybe 20 more bucks, but I was scared shitless about a question. Because if he was going to get one question, it's probably going to be about that, honestly. Like from an American reporter. Because he has that meeting like literally now. Now he talks about the meeting, but...
Bang.
True.
$50 from that.
Jeez. Nobody's right again. Ches, what did you have? I'm interested. I had specifically, you know, I bought a bunch of no when he seemed to be wrapping up, and based off of Zul's tip that he wasn't gonna do the Q&A because of the meet, like stuff like that is like the difference between making money and not. Like knowing he has a meeting like now, so he can't do questions. Like that type of like knowledge shit that this guy put in the chat that I wouldn't even know. Like that's the type of shit that can like if you got a lot more money and a lot more conviction than me, you could make like you could have mogged all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Be like,
No, yeah, every single last note, buy it all.
see, I was more confident about that Democrat than the shutdown, right? He got one question about the shutdown, it was over. But like for those odds to be at 80%, it went all the way up to 80% for a shutdown, and not really to be about the shutdown at all. It's just because he had the meeting the next day. But overall, we made $20.
Yes.
We've made $20.
20.
Yeah, because of the cash outs.
Let's go.
Because of the cash outs. So they're not all lost. You know what I'm saying? They're not all lost because some of them were cashed out. So it's like $20. It's like $20, $25, which means I can get like Chipotle today. W day. The port is growing. We are getting closer to a positive P&L, which okay, some may laugh at that. Okay, if you have a plus 100,000 PL today this year, good for you. Okay, I'm learning, and I'm advancing my payroll, right? But one day I'm gonna drop 100K on October 7th, so I can make 1,000 type shit. All right, W stream, W Trump. How'd you do? I made about $20. We made big on October 7th. We live bet no Democrat. That was pretty good when he was wrapping up. I bet no Democrat, no shutdown, and then as a pussy completely cashed out the shutdown because I was like, oh shit. If he takes one question, it's about the shutdown. But Democrats seem to be like a strike from the remaining Charlie Kirk. You know how they like take some strikes from the last mentioned market? Bro, he said Democrat. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Mog it then. It's at 1 cent. No at 1 cent, bro. Make $1,000 right now, Zul. You say that, I'll cash out the 99 cent, brother. I trust you, man. You were right about the meeting afterwards, or Trump had the meeting afterwards. Oh no, I lost $1. Oh, no one has it at 99 cents, do they? I think he said it. Cashed out. No, sell.
When did he say it?
He said it?
Yeah.
I thought he didn't say it. Oh. Damn, we would have made more money then. This is not a laughing matter, Zul, bro. I just lost $30 there.
Wait, he said Democrat?
Yeah, he did say Democrat, man. Did he say it at the very end? That's actually that sucks.
When did he say it?
Dude, I got it at 60 cents as he was wrapping up.
Damn.
I have a meeting with a couple Democrats.
Dang.
No wonder, bro. I was like, my profit should be higher. Dude, I live traded Democrat because it was ending. It was because these fucking reporters are yelling at him. He's saying, I'm not taking questions. He's still yelling. God damn it, dude. I was already celebrating. I already had my fucking pants off and shit. So did we win in that market? Did we win? I don't know. I think we still did, but yeah, we still did. I was counting that in the $54 we lost, but 15. Yeah. We still made $20. But it would have been $75 if he didn't fucking say Democrat at the end for no reason. You couldn't have used any other word, Trump. You had to call them Democrats, dude. You couldn't call them libs. You couldn't have called them retards or something, bro. You had to call them Democrats, dude, just to sink my bet, bro, at the very end. Yeah, unlucky.
That's crazy. His last word.
Well, we still made money, but it would have been deadass. It would have been a $50. That's a $50 difference. Yeah, that would have sent that to 20 to $60, but we only made 20. But to wake up 15 minutes before, basically, no research at all. Not too bad. Not too bad. No research at all. But
Not the shabbiest.
I was gonna say I'll be back for the government shutdown. I don't think there's a mention market tomorrow. Is there? Dude, can we talk about how I went to sleep yesterday? I gotta go on Donald Trump's schedule because I went to sleep yesterday thinking nothing was happening today. I wake up and I see the shit. I'm like, damn, man, they should have listed it in advance so I know. But let's see, anything going on tomorrow? But I will be covering the government shutdown. I'm thinking of placing a bet that it won't shut down. I mean that it will shut down. Honestly, we're gonna see though. Basically, we'll see the reports that come out from Trump's meeting with those Democrats. We got an announcer market. I could maybe do the announcer market, but honestly, another 3.5 hours of football, I might have to put some Subway Surfers on the side as well. I might have to be like working out on the side for it to make a difference, you know. But W made money. Zool made $300, and this guy has like a 100K bankroll, so you know, not too bad. But I will see y'all at least maybe tomorrow, maybe on Wednesday.